Some megaprojects amaze with their scale and brilliance. Others shock with their waste and absurdity. In this video, we're showing you both sides of the coin. But first, let's begin with the worst. Imagine a Soviet-era lightning machine that became obsolete before it could even fulfill its purpose. This colossal 1970s facility houses the world's largest Marx generator, rising 39.3 meters high and capable of creating artificial lightning bolts stretching 150 meters. The complex's crown jewel, a massive testing dome, spectacularly collapsed in 1985 before it could even be completed. Today, this 3-megawatt transformer complex sits mostly dormant, its massive Tesla coils reaching over 20 stories high, serving as rusting monuments to Soviet scientific ambition. The facility saw its last major use in 2014, making it a billions of rubles investment that literally fizzled out. Witness Saudi Arabia's $1 trillion Mirage in the desert, a 170-kilometer-long mirror-clad megacity that's pushing the boundaries of both engineering and credibility. This ambitious zero-carbon linear city is designed to house 9 million people in 2 parallel 500-meter-high walls, promising a 20-minute commute end to end. But here's the kicker. By 2030, only 2.4 kilometers will be completed. But in the meantime, construction hasn't even started. The project has already faced criticism for displacing local tribes and threatening migratory bird routes. Even more baffling, they're attempting to create an artificial environment in one of Earth's harshest deserts, raising serious questions about its sustainability and practicality. Here's Kuwai's $4.3 billion terminal to nowhere. This $750,000 square meter megastructure was designed to handle 25 million passengers annually, but sits largely underutilized. Started in 2016, this colossus features 21 gates for A380 super jumbo jets and a roof with 90% precast concrete columns, making it one of the largest single-package projects ever awarded to Turkish contractors abroad. While its prestige certification and solar panels showcase environmental ambitions, the terminal's massive size and operational costs raise serious questions about its viability. And the most mind-boggling part, the facility's capacity far exceeds Kuwai's current passenger traffic, making it a prime example of infrastructure overbuild. Let's take a peek at the Soviet Union's forgotten Sea in the Mountains, a $50 million hydroelectric dream that quite literally cracked under pressure. This ambitious 1979 project aimed to create a 200 million cubic meter reservoir high in the Carpathian Mountains, complete with a 50-megawatt power plant. Entire villages were relocated, and massive tunnels stretching 750 meters were carved through the mountains. But nature had other plans. A mountain slide damaged the dam, and subsequent explosions during exploratory work sent cracks through the entire structure. And when the Soviet Union collapsed, this would-be highest reservoir in the world was abandoned, leaving behind only concrete ghosts and empty tunnels. This is Spain's monument to the 2008 financial crisis. The 198 in tempo skyscraper that took 14 years to complete. This 90 million euro twin tower behemoth in Benidorm became Europe's tallest residential building. But at what cost? Construction began in 2007 with a planned 2009 completion. But multiple bankruptcies and ownership changes turned it into a notorious symbol of Spain's real estate bubble. While it boasts Spain's fastest elevator and 2 swimming pools, including one on the 46th floor, the project has yet to turn a profit. Despite selling 100 of its 256 luxury apartments, costing up to 2 million euros, this architectural oddity stands as a towering reminder of overambitious pre-crisis planning. An $11 billion project meant to revolutionize Germany's rail system, but instead, it's been called one of Europe's biggest infrastructure disasters. Stuttgart 21 aims to replace the city's iconic above-ground train station with a sleek underground hub, but it's not as simple as that. Originally planned in 1994, it was supposed to be done by 2019. Now delays push completion to 2025. If we're lucky. Costs have skyrocketed from the initial $2.5 billion estimate. Historic buildings were demolished, and 50,000 people protests erupted over environmental destruction and cut down trees. Even worse, some experts argue the new station design is less efficient than the old one. A railway project that moves backward instead of forward? That's Stuttgart 21. Behold Tennessee's $65 million pyramid scheme that turned into a fishing store. This 98-meter tall architecture oddity opened in 1991 as a sports arena, but poor planning and structural issues forced the basketball team to leave after just 13 years. For years, locals called it the Tomb of Doom, until a hunting and fishing megastore, Bass Pro Shops, transformed it into the world's most bizarre outdoor retail store. The most ridiculous part is this Egyptian-themed arena in Memphis now features an indoor swamp, bowling alley, and hotel, making it perhaps the only pyramid in history to fail as a stadium but succeeded as a fishing megastore. Gaze upon France's €400 million Milo Vioaduct, a beautiful record-breaking bridge that doesn't pay for itself. This engineering marvel soars 270 meters above the Tarn Valley, making it the world's tallest bridge. Completed in 2004, this 2,460-meter-long giant was supposed to solve traffic problems between Paris and Spain. However, the €15.40 tall has turned this architectural triumph into a luxury few can afford. Sky-high toll fees make travelers choose longer, cheaper routes, leaving this bridge drastically underused. Instead of becoming a must-drive highway, it turned into a scenic landmark, but avoided on road trips. Is the Milo Viaduct a failure? Absolutely not. It's a symbol of French engineering genius and a jaw-dropping sight. But for drivers, it's just a bridge too expensive to cross. Shocking, but this man-made $14 billion paradise turned into a sinking nightmare. The world's island, an artificial archipelago of 300 islands, was meant to be a billionaire's playground, mimicking the entire map of Earth off Dubai's coast. But reality struck hard, and most stand empty and eroding. Started in 2003, this project used 321 cubic meters of sand to create a world map visible from space. But today, when most of the islands remain empty and are reportedly slowly sinking back into the Persian Gulf, despite ambitious plans for luxury resorts and private estates, only a handful of islands have been sold and developed, making this world map look more like a collection of abandoned sandcastles. Here's the $8.5 billion submerged highway dream that barely surfaced. This ambitious project proposed connecting Denmark's island with underwater tunnels, doubling as artificial reefs. The main goal was a seamless wildlife passage, reducing highway impact on nature. Despite promises of revolutionary eco-friendly design and reduced shipping disruption, technical challenges and astronomical costs kept this vision firmly on the drawing board. But here's the most ironic part. The project aimed to protect marine life while requiring massive underwater construction that would have disrupted the very ecosystems it sought to preserve. The dream of continuing to build this balance between nature and infrastructure has all but come to naught, proving that sometimes even the greenest ideas fall short. Imagine entire cities fully built, ultra-modern, but completely empty. Welcome to China's ghost cities, where entire skyscrapers and highways stand deserted. The most infamous, like Ordos and residential areas in Guangdong province, have enough vacant real estate to house the entire population of France. These fully built cities, complete with skyscrapers, shopping malls, and apartments for millions, remain largely uninhabited. While 65 million Chinese homes sit empty, developers keep building more. But why? Overinvestment, bad locations, and a real estate crisis. Instead of vibrant new megacities, China ended up with dozens of modern ruins, a monument to excessive urban planning. So who needs apocalypse movies when you can visit a real-life empty metropolis? How about Russia's $50 million network of wildlife bridges that the wildlife won't use because of a wildfire? These ambitious animal crossings, first pioneered in 2016, were meant to reduce road incidents and protect migrating animals. However, poor placement and unexpected visitors have turned these eco-friendly overpasses into expensive mistakes. Many of these bridges have been taken over by stray dogs, effectively scaring away the very wildlife they were built to protect. And some crossings even see more human trespassers than animal traffic, making them more useful as pedestrian shortcuts than wildlife corridors. The most expensive Winter Olympics ever. $50 billion spent. So where's the return on investment? This is the Sochi 2014 Olympic venues, which were built to impress the world, but today many lie abandoned. The massive complex, including the 40,000-seat stadium and 12,000-seat ice dome, was built to showcase winter sports in a summer resort. But afterward, there was almost no utilization, and the sheer size of the structures needed constant repair. The Olympics were supposed to boost tourism, but instead, Sochi became a graveyard of unused infrastructure. Was it all worth it? A €1 billion airport sold for just 10,000 euros. Sounds like a joke, right? But this is Ciudad Real Airport, Spain's most expensive failure. Built in 2008, it was meant to reduce congestion in Madrid and handle 5 million passengers a year. But there was one problem. It's 200 kilometers from Madrid, and no one wanted to use it. Airlines refused to operate there, and the airport declared bankruptcy just 2 years later. For over a decade, it sat empty and abandoned, attracting only one serious buyer, a Chinese company offering 10,000 euros. That's less than a parking spot in central Madrid. But the catch is that a potential buyer would need to take on 300 million euros in debt, making this supposed transportation hub the world's most expensive desolate ruins with a runway. Marvel at the $3.5 billion sea launch floating spaceport that eventually became Sea Stop. This ambitious multinational project, launched in 1995, converted an oil rig into a mobile rocket launch platform, completing 32 successful launches before human cruelty sank its prospects. In 2014, disruption of relations between countries forced operations to halt, and by 2020, this engineering marvel found itself mothballed in Vladivostok. And here's the final nail in the project's coffin. After S7 Group bought the platform, they discovered replacing the Ukrainian-built rockets would take years. This leaves the floating cosmodrome stranded in bureaucratic limbo, while investigation of sea launch's depths and stolen shares consuming billions of rubles. After 30 years of construction, we can finally witness Ukraine's Podilsko-Voskresensky Bridge, a mega project that became a symbol of infrastructure paralysis. Started in the 1980s, this 7.5-kilometer crossing was meant to be Europe's largest arch bridge and revolutionize Kiev's transport system. Instead, it became a $500 million delayed ambition. While the bridge has 6 lanes, its approaches only have 4, creating potential traffic bottlenecks before cars can even reach the bridge. Even after 3 decades of construction, this bridge from nowhere to nowhere finally opened. Its full integration into Kiev's transport network remains incomplete. We've seen the failures, the wasted billions, the abandoned dreams. Now get ready to witness the greatest mega projects on Earth that has redefined what's possible.
Behold the world's most expensive airport, Beijing Daxing International Airport, a $63 billion aviation cathedral that's reshaping air travel. This masterpiece spans 7.5 million square feet of terminal space, making it the largest single-building airport terminal in the world. Nicknamed the Starfish for its distinctive six-arm radial design, this colossal structure features 5 concourses stretching like tentacles from a central hub. 8 massive C-shaped columns support its breathtaking roof with over 170,000 steel members creating a stunning geometric canopy. 4 12,400 feet runways handle 300 takeoffs and landings per hour. Meet Shabara Resort, crowned the world's best hotel of 2025, nestled within Saudi Arabia's luxury archipelago paradise, the Red Sea Project. This $23.6 billion tourism megaproject spans 10,800 square miles across 22 pristine islands along 124 miles of Red Sea coastline. Shabara's revolutionary Pearl concept creates floating luxury villas that appear to drift on crystal clear waters above the world's 4th largest barrier reef system. Connected by Saudi Arabia's longest water bridge at 0.75 miles, this sustainable paradise preserves 75% of the archipelago for conservation, while offering unparalleled luxury experiences with seaplane access. Witness humanity's most ambitious ecological megaproject, the Great Green Wall, stretching 4,970 miles across Africa from Senegal to Djibouti. This $33 billion green revolution is creating a living barrier against desertification using an ingenious system of square frames filled with dry grass that traps seeds and moisture. This initiative has already planted over 11 million trees, showing how even small efforts can spark ecosystems on a grand scale. Monitored by satellites, the 9-mile-wide Greenbelt aims to restore 247 million acres and absorb 250 million tons of carbon dioxide by 2030, a huge step in cooperating with Mother Nature herself. This is Saudi Arabia's $50 billion urban revolution, New Moraba, featuring the Macau, the world's largest building by volume, with enough space to fit 20 Empire State buildings inside. This mind-blowing 21.5 million square feet structure will house 420,000 residents in the world's 2nd indoor climate-controlled city. This huge cube development embodies the 15-minute city concept where all amenities are accessible within 15 minutes of any residence. The Macau's facade showcases 1,024 fire-retardant composite panels forming stunning Arabic calligraphy, with 104,000 residential units, 9,000 hotel rooms, and 15 million square feet of office space. Construction aims for 2030 completion. Check out Dubai's $136 million Impossibility, the Museum of the Future, the world's only torus-shaped building that defies gravity with 0 internal columns across its 256-foot height. This 7-floor wonder showcases unprecedented construction methods, creating a pillarless interior space that seems to float in mid-air. The building's 183,000 square foot facade features 1,024 unique composite panels forming Arabic calligraphy that doubles as windows, a breathtaking fusion of art and function. Inside, ever-changing exhibitions featuring over 1,024 robot-designed artworks transport visitors to 2,071 future scenarios, making this the most futuristic building on Earth. Marvel at the world's most ephemeral wonder, the Ice Hotel, where 1,000 tons of crystal clear ice from the Torn River becomes a 64,600 square foot frozen palace every year. This extraordinary venue has welcomed over 1 million guests since 1990, completely rebuilding itself annually from November to April. But here's the mind-blowing evolution. Since 2016, Ice Hotel 365 operates year-round thanks to solar panels and specialized cooling systems that keep ice frozen even in summer. Artists from around the world create unique ice sculptures and installations, making each of the 60 to 80 rooms a one-of-a-kind frozen masterpiece. With interior temperatures constant at 17 degrees Fahrenheit to 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Now enjoy beauty. The Qatara Towers, twin 692-foot giants that rise like crossed traditional Middle Eastern swords from Qatar's national seal. These 36-story luxury monuments cover 3.2 million square feet, housing the prestigious Raffles Doha with 132 suites and Fairmont Doha with 362 rooms. Open for the 2022 FIFA World Cup, these towers represent Qatar's legendary hospitality while achieving 40% energy savings compared to conventional designs. Prepare for Qatar's most ambitious $12 billion mega infrastructure dream, the Shark Crossing, a revolutionary 7.5 miles bridge tunnel hybrid that will transform Doha Bay forever. This combines 3 interconnected bridges with underwater tunnels featuring the world's largest arch span and a recreational island. The innovative bridge tunnel design minimizes environmental impact while eliminating Corniche coastal road congestion and creating an iconic landmark. Though currently in 3D visualization phase, we eagerly anticipate witnessing the Shark Crossing become a reality in the near future. But another magnificent crossing already spans the seas, the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, the world's longest sea-crossing bridge at an incredible 34 miles. This $20 billion engineering masterpiece connects 3 major cities across the Pearl River Delta. The structure features 3 cable-stayed bridges and a 4.2 miles immersed tunnel lying 148 feet below sea level, the world's longest road tunnel. Built with 420,000 tons of steel, equivalent to 60 Eiffel Towers, and 1 million tons of concrete, this titan withstands magnitude 8 earthquakes and level 16 typhoons. Welcome to the world's first truly smart railway station, Jong Railway Station. This colossal 5.12 million square foot terminal, equivalent to 3 Berlin Central railway stations combined, opened after just 2 years of construction. This 5-floor marvel features automatic ticket verification, intelligent passenger flow management, and seamless smart city integration that eliminates traditional queues and delays. Inspired by Bayong Lake's water culture, its oval water drop design symbolizes a dewdrop on a lotus. Handling 10,000 passengers simultaneously across 13 platforms and 23 tracks, this energy-efficient station reduces consumption by 50% while serving high-speed trains operating at 217 miles per hour. But about the world's first skyscraper to harness wind power, the $150 million Bahrain World Trade Center, where twin 787-foot towers create a wind tunnel. These sail-shaped giants funnel Persian Gulf breezes through 3 massive 95-foot wind turbines suspended on 103-foot bridges. Each 225-kilowatt turbine captures 70% of Bahrain's wind energy, generating 11 to 15% of the building's power needs, enough to light 300 homes. This LEED certified project earned 11 innovation awards between 2006 and 2010, proving that skyscrapers can be both beautiful and sustainable. Currently, Bahrain's 3rd tallest building, this revolutionary design shows how architecture and renewable energy can work together in harmony. Now let's enter the world's largest spherical building, Las Vegas's $2.3 billion entertainment revolution that towers 366 feet high without a single internal support. This mind-blowing project spans 516 feet wide, creating the most expensive entertainment venue in Vegas history. The Sphere's exterior showcases 580,000 square feet of LED displays, making it visible from every corner of Las Vegas's skyline. Inside, 20,000 guests experience the world's highest resolution wraparound LED screen covering 160,000 square feet with 16K resolution, powered by 167,000 individually amplified speakers. This is India's aviation game-changer, Navi Mumbai International Airport, a $2 billion lotus-shaped marvel spanning 2,865 acres that will transform Mumbai's skies forever. This colossal terminal covers 2.7 million square feet with capacity for 20 million passengers annually, expanding to 90 million by 2032. Featuring 2 parallel 12,139-foot runways and India's largest general aviation facility with 67 aircraft stands, this mega airport will generate over 400,000 jobs while relieving congestion at Mumbai's existing airport. Moreover, this Lotus-inspired masterpiece is set to open in 2025. Enter humanity's launchpad to Mars, Starbase, SpaceX's $100 million private spaceport that officially became recognized as a city in May 2025. This extraordinary 1.6 square mile complex serves as humanity's gateway to Mars, combining rocket production, testing, and launches in one revolutionary facility. Home to approximately 500 SpaceX employees who now own their own city government, Starbase features a 329,493 square foot office building and a towering 500-foot launch tower. Now, as SpaceX's new headquarters, Starbase isn't just building rockets, it's building humanity's multiplanetary future. Meet the world's first color-changing stadium, Munich's Allianz Arena, where 2,784 inflated plastic panels create a 715,799 square foot membrane that displays over 16 million colors. This 340 million euro chameleon transforms from FC Bayern's red to Germany's white. Built in just 2.5 years, this 75,000 capacity project features Europe's largest multi-story car park with 10,000 spaces. The innovative ETFE technology not only creates stunning visual displays, but also provides superior insulation and light transmission. As Germany's second largest stadium, the Allianz Arena is now the only stadium that changes with every match. Just look at China's spiraling titan, the Shanghai Tower. This 2,073 feet charming project twists 120 degrees as it soars through 128 floors, making it the world's third tallest building and China's undisputed champion. This $2.4 billion vertical city encompasses 4.1 million square feet of space, featuring 9 cylindrical buildings stacked like a futuristic DNA helix. Its revolutionary double glass skin system saves $500,000 annually in energy costs, making it the world's largest LEED Platinum certified building. Here's NASA's $26.4 billion ticket to the moon, the Artemis program. This colossal space launch system rocket stands 322 feet tall, weighing 5.75 million pounds, and producing an earth-shaking 8.8 million pounds of thrust. Each launch costs $4 billion and burns 2.76 million liters of supercooled fuel. But its ultimate goal, establishing a permanent lunar base for Mars missions, making humanity a multiplanetary species. Admire New York's Wings of Peace, the $4 billion Oculus World Trade Center, where architect Santiago Calatrava created a soaring memorial that rises like a dove from ground zero. This 350-foot-long transportation cathedral connects PATH and 12 NYC subway lines while serving over 1 million people weekly. Built with 36,500 tons of steel and featuring a 330-foot operable skylight, this column-free elliptical masterpiece required 612,300 hours of ironwork by 140 specialists. With 365,000 square feet of space, including retail areas drawing 300,000 daily visitors, the Oculus transforms a place of tragedy into a symbol of renewal. Now meet New York's new financial fortress, 270 Park Avenue. This 1,388-foot giant rises 79 feet above ground using an innovative fan-shaped column structure, creating the city's largest all-electric tower. JPMorgan Chase's $2.6 billion headquarters spans 2.5 million square feet, housing 14,000 employees in net-zero operational splendor. Plus, its 24 massive columns support an 80-foot-high lobby, while renewable hydroelectric power makes this the only example of green corporate architecture in Manhattan's skyline. And that's the last project for today. Which one would you love to visit? Tell us in the comments below. And if you're looking for more engineering marvels and architectural impossibilities, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell for notifications. See you in the next videos.